Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to talk about books that are on my radar that I already have on my shelf. So in April I went a little bit crazy with the book buying and I only fill my house quarterly, so I spent a lot of money recently, and so I really want to scale that back and try to not buy anything in the month of May. I have pre-ordered A Court of Frost and Starlight, which I will be reading as soon as it shows up, which should be Tuesday, which I'm super excited for. It might have already shown up by the time this video is up, so we will see what ends up happening with that. But other than that, I shouldn't have any books showing up to me in the month of May. And I'm doing everything in my power to not go to the bookstore or anything, which means I won't be reading any manga this month because I'm not a manga to read. I've read it all. So anyways, so let's go ahead and dig right in here. I'm going to talk about the books that are on my radar that I'm hoping to read this month. I'm not calling it a TBR, because things might fluctuate and change as the month goes on, but I'm just letting you know the books that I'm currently interested in and also what I'm currently reading. So, the book that I am currently reading right now is Son of the Shadows by Juliet Marillier. This is book 2 in the Seven Waters series. My friend April over at April Sarah is doing a Seven Waters read along. That's a year long, and I will leave a link to that down below, her announcement video, so you can check out the schedule and things and try to come and join us. Because this is like a book every 2 months, and they're a little bit denser, so I end up liking having a lot of time with them, but I ended up getting Son of Shadows later than anticipated, so I'm still currently reading it. I believe it's May and June that we're reading Child of Prophecy, I forget the exact title. But that one will probably be read relatively soon as well, but I want to finish Son of the Shadows first. I am really enjoying it. I'm not going to go into any details on it right now just because of spoilers, because this is book 2 in a series. So go ahead and know that Daughter of the Forest, the first book, is a Six Swans retelling, or reimagining of sorts, and I gave it 5 stars and loved it. So know that I really enjoyed the series going into it. And if you're interested at all, go ahead and check it out. Next up, I've got A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. I've read the first 2 books now. There's no reason why I shouldn't just go ahead and read the third here soon. So A Conjuring of Light is definitely on my list. I am hoping to really enjoy this last book. The first 2 have been 4 stars for me, so I'm really hoping that this quote-unquote finale kicks it out of the park, because this will conclude this trilogy, but I know she's writing more in this world, so. Next up is the Shay Geeks Out Book Club pick of the month for May, and that is Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. This is supposed to be Anastasia in space. It's been getting mixed reviews, so I'm interested to see how I feel about it. I feel like I've needed a little bit of a break from the fantasy for a minute, so I decided to pick up a sci-fi novel for our book club, and I'm really excited to read it. If you want to join us, I will leave the book club group down below, and you can just come and join us. It's a lot of fun. Next up is one that's been on my shelf a long time and has come highly recommended by so many friends. I have no excuse at this point, and that is Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. This is volume 1 of the Rhaeria Revelations. I believe there's actually 2 novels in this, so it's actually a bind-up. I know there's 3 bind-ups in this series, at least. But everybody says these are a lot of fun and that the dynamic between the 2 main characters are a lot of fun, so I have no excuse. I just need to pick it up and read it. Next up is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I've read like the first 10 to 15 pages of this and got distracted with other shiny books, so I do want to get back to this. I was enjoying what I was reading, so I'm really interested to get back into this story and finish it off. Next up is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I don't know how you say it. One of those 2. Anyways, this is a Jin story, and I read the first chapter in a Try a Chapter book tag that I did a while back. I'll leave that link down below. And I really enjoyed it. Like, I almost picked this book, so I really want to give it a try, and I was really enjoying what I was reading, so I really want to dig back into it. Next up is a book that I bought originally for the cover, but then I read the inside flap and really liked the concept of the story, and that is The Clockwork Dynasty by Daniel H. Wilson. Obviously, this is a steampunk style novel, and I want to find a really good steampunk book. I've been looking for one for a long time, and I'm really hoping this fits the bill for it, so I'd love to get to this one soon. Next up is My Lady's Choosing, an interactive romance novel by Kitty Coran and Larissa Zagaris. Anyway, this is like a choose your own adventure romance book, and I've heard it's really like satirical and funny, and I really like satirical writing. It's something I'm coming to learn, so I am really excited to see what ends up happening and what I end up choosing. I'm really excited, so it's going to be fun. Now we've got Jekyll/Hyde. This is by Amy Ross. This is a contemporary novel. I believe it's kind of a reimagining or their take on a Jekyll and Hyde story. So I am really excited to kind of see what happens and where this goes, because I really love Jekyll and Hyde. I really like that story. I like that dynamic. I know it's weird probably that I really like it, but I do. So I really want to check this out soon. Nobody's talking about it on BookTube, so I don't even know if people have even been reading it. At least the people I'm subscribed to haven't been reading it. If you've read this, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. Next up is Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell. So I tried the Traitor's Blade series by Sebastian de Castell, where it's kind of Three Musketeer-ish, and it didn't really jive with me story-wise, but I really liked the writing, so I wanted to try this other series from him. So this first book is called Spellslinger. This feels more like a Western with magic kind of thing, and I read Gunslinger Girl earlier this year and really loved it, so I really wanted to give this one a try. Next up is Love and Other Theories by Alexis Bass. This is just, it sounds like a cute, fluffy contemporary, and as you can see, the stuff I'm reading is pretty dense and a little bit on the darker side, so I threw this into the mix in case I needed to break something up with all of that. Next up is Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson. This is a sci-fi novel that was originally written in 2000 that sounds very Ready Player One-esque. We've got a pizza delivery driver who plays video games at night and gets roped into some silly stuff. My poor cats waterlogged it for me because they knocked over a vase of water on it and we didn't get it dried out in time. But anyways, I still want to read it because I'm interested in the story. So knowing that it's older and probably inspired things like Ready Player One, I really want to read it. So anyways, yes, high on my radar. And last but not least, which is probably no surprise to anybody who watched my wrap-up, we have Tempest and Slaughter by Tamara Pierce. I was able to pick up an autographed copy at my local Barnes & Noble recently, and so I really wanted to dig into this. This is Numar's story as a young man. I really loved the Immortal series. I really liked Numar as a character, so I am really excited to just dig in and learn a little more about him. So this is technically supposed to go in between the Song of the Lioness Quartet and the Immortal series, is where this series takes place. This is just book one. This is her newest release, so I'm not going to get any more in this series for a while. But to go back and read from Numar's perspective through this, I'm really looking forward to. So guys, those are all the books that are kind of on my radar that I'm hoping to get to soon. And again, wish me luck on not buying any books in the month of May. As I said, A Court of Frost and Starlight will be showing up, but I've always pre-ordered Sarah J. Maas books for the most part. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to diving into these reads. Let me know in the comments down below some books that are on your radar. And if you want to buddy read any of these with me, please let me know. I'm happy to read anything that's on my shelf this month. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.